Hey everyone, welcome back. Now please don't go anywhere. I know I'm not currently on my bike, but there will be riding coming up ASAP. I do have a confession though. I did not intend on doing my Switzerland videos in a row. The idea was I was going to come back from Switzerland, get out on the trials bike, film some stuff, and yeah, get some trials riding back on the channel. But weather, bikes, my energy levels, a few other things have meant that I've not actually managed to get out filming on the trials bike. So it was either no video this week or another Switzerland video, and I kind of gathered that you'd rather have a video than no video. And I know a lot of you guys do want the trials riding, but I've had some really nice comments from people saying that they just enjoy my riding no matter what it is. So if you're one of those people, thank you very much. I hope you enjoy this video. If you are one of the people who would prefer the trials riding, I hope you enjoyed this video as well. I've tried to keep it a little bit shorter, just so it doesn't drag on quite as much. Now if we recap, last time I was in Lenzerheide and then I travelled with Pete to Davos. Unfortunately not with Christo because of his broken ankle. So this video is going to be from Davos, and I actually filmed so much that I've got enough here for about 3 videos, so I probably will upload them throughout the week if I can manage to get them edited in time. So I hope you don't feel spammed by it, but I feel, you know, it's too good footage to waste. It'd be a shame not to use it, so I hope you enjoy it. So this first video is going to be more bike parky stuff, flow trails, specifically 2 trails that we rode in Davos. Our guide Jay was awesome. He was really quick. He's raced a few races and was a really good rider to follow. He knew these tracks like the back of his hand, and we could go at a nice rate of speed. So I hope you enjoy these. The second trail we ride is probably my favourite trail I've ever ridden, so I hope that comes across. Enjoy. So this first trail we rode was right in the centre of Davos. This ended up back down at the main cable car, so yeah, this was a real convenient one. This was actually the first trail we rode of our entire stay in Davos. Just as a bit of a warm-up trail, there's nothing too technical in it, but get some nice speed. And I actually enjoyed it so much that we decided to go back up and film it from top to bottom, which is where we got this video here. Now, like I mentioned earlier, Jay is a good rider. He knows these trails really well, so he was a great guy to follow. He knew where to go fast and when to brake, so that was pretty handy. And it had previously rained overnight, so the dirt wasn't as dusty as it was in Lenzerheide, which meant grip levels were absolutely amazing. This was almost hero dirt territory. Also found, because Davos doesn't quite get as many tourists as Lenzerheide, it was a lot quieter. We hardly saw any other riders. And that also meant that the trail was in better condition as well. There's not as many people skidding through the corners. The berms were all really nicely made, really nicely kept, and yeah, the trail was actually riding super fast and super nice. This was an absolutely great trail to get warmed up on. Didn't have to do too much pedaling. It's just stand up, pump the bike, jump it, manual, just have fun, and by the time you get to the bottom, you've had a workout, you're all warmed up, but you've had so much fun that you haven't really noticed. Now in my previous video I didn't really talk about the forks that I'm using. I'm still using the Trust Message linkage forks. This is on my Santa Cruz 5010, 130mm travel, and yeah, I've been holding back on my verdict on what I think of them, but yeah, as you can see, it's not really holding me back too much. 130mm travel on these types of flow trails actually work pretty well. The forks are behaving quite nicely, and yeah, so far so good. I actually really like them. And this trip has actually been my first proper ride on the Maxxis Minion tyres. I've got the DHR rear, DHF front. Previously I've been using Conti tyres just because, you know, the team is sponsored by Conti and we can just get a good supply of them. I do find Conti have amazing grip, actually seriously good, but I do find they either have grip or they don't. There's no middle ground, and I just wanted to try something else. I've used Max's before on a higher bike and I was actually pretty impressed. I like how they have a bit more of a drift, so give you a bit more of a warning if it's about to slide out. Anyway, that's the end of that flow trail, and yeah, so fun.
Yeah, that was sick.
Nice one.
That was good, man. So Jay, where are we now?
At the moment we are at Boden, so just above Clusters.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're going to ride now is the A-line of Graubünden.
Okay.
So they actually consider it to build it a bit after the A-line of Whistler.
Yeah.
So with the jumps.
Oh man, that sounds cool.
I hope you're going to enjoy it.
Well, I ate so much crap in a bike park 2 days ago, so I'll try and take it a bit easy, but I'm looking forward to it.
So this was actually the day after my 2 crashes in Lenzerheide. I was feeling really sore today, oh my goodness. I also was feeling pretty nervous about riding another bike park, especially because this one has some pretty big jumps on it.
Gotta love a bit of North Shore.
Now again, this is our second run down. We went down once previously just to check it out, and also Pete was wanting to get some photos. So this is our second run down where we kind of know where everything is a little bit, which is why maybe it's going a bit faster than you expect for our first run. But yeah, it's not our first run. I was still a bit nervous because I knew what jumps were coming up, but my bike had behaved pretty well on the last run. I didn't get bucked over the bars, there weren't any weird shaped jumps, so yeah, I'm feeling nervous but confident. And once again, the dirt is amazing, and there's a lot of boardwalk as well. Now, carrying dirt on the boardwalk sounds pretty sketchy, but the grip actually is pretty good. And then you get some really awesome wall rides as well. That's one thing Lenzerheide Bike Park didn't have, was curved, like wooden wall rides, curved wall rides, and yeah, these were riding really nicely.
This is so cool. Oh, they even got skinnies. Yeah, nice.
It's nice to have some features like the skinnies, and they've got some drops coming up, and yeah, it was actually riding really well. The flow on this A-line of Switzerland was actually really good. Now the boardwalks are there because they're fun to ride, but also because of a green, I'm not sure what the actual thing is called, but essentially they don't want to damage the ground underneath, so to have a bike park down here they had to preserve the land as much as possible, so that's why there is a lot of boardwalk. They just didn't want to, or weren't allowed to, dig into the ground too much.
So flowy.
But if you're like me, being a trials rider, I quite like riding on things other than dirt, so yeah, I embraced the boardwalk, I loved it. While I've previously mentioned about my Maxxis tyres, this is also my first trip on the SRAM code brakes, and yeah, once again I could get Magura's due to the team being sponsored by Magura's, but this bike came with matchmaker clamps on the shifters and dropper post, and yeah, Magura brakes, we didn't have the matchmaker clamps, and it put the shifters in a weird place for me. Danny had previously got a Santa Cruz which had code brakes on. Obviously he's going to run Maguras, so I was like, yeah, I'd love to try them. Tried them, and yeah, I'm actually really liking them. I am super impressed. Now this was a really fun bit of the trail coming up. Got some of the bigger jumps, Now, like I've mentioned, Jay's a great rider. He's really good at doing these jumps, but there's a couple coming up which even he didn't dare do, which I was a little bit surprised. Now you may see I did hang up a couple of those jumps, but I'm so used to trail centers having jumps that you just center flat all the time. So I'm still a bit used to going too slow at these things. But this jump was, oh, that jump was so good. That was definitely the best one there. So this was a cool drop, a little bit scary with the short run up, but actually it was pretty nice. A little bit of a muddy landing, but set you up nicely, and then a bit of a wooden booter. That was actually really fun.
Yeah, awesome, man. Not quite sure where the grip is on this wood.
Now some people have asked me why I wasn't doing much talking while riding in the last video, and again I'm not doing much talking while riding in this one. One reason being I was actually having to concentrate pretty hard, and not having to talk frees me up to concentrate on the riding. Secondly, if I talk over the riding, then that means the riding footage isn't going to really be useful for anything else. So sometimes people want to buy my footage. If I'm talking over it, then they're not going to want to buy it. Likewise, if I ever want to use the footage in the future, it makes it a little bit harder to use. So I thought a voiceover this time, see how it goes, see if it enhances the riding at all. And then yeah, the rest of this trail, again, hero dirt, the grip levels are actually so nice. And then these jumps are really floaty, kind of sending flat a little bit, but so fun. Then this step down here kind of went a bit offline, landed on the grass a little bit, but still so floaty. Absolutely the nicest thing to ride in the world.
Nice.
This bit was coming up, a few bigger jumps here, which are really nice. Not as big as the double I did earlier, but these ones are really floaty. Didn't feel scared of these at all. They just handled really naturally and nice. Really enjoyed those.
Yeah. Now those were fun.
Now this bit down here was actually quite hard to ride because of how overgrown everything was. They're kind of encroaching onto the track a little bit. Couldn't really see any of the landings. Just had to go by memory and by how fast Jay was hitting them. A couple of sketchy moments like that one where there was a black line going straight on, but we looked at it previously and it was just way too overgrown to ride, so almost hit it by accident.
Whoop, my neck. We're all good.
And now it's gone more from bike park into sort of just more naturally type trails. We've got a few more routes in this area. There's a little bit damp because of the rain the previous night, but yeah, this bit was fun as well. I was starting to feel my arms a little bit, so this was a little bit tricky to ride, but yeah, still so fun.
slippy routes. Oh, nice man.
So good.
Oh, that was awesome. Arms are feeling that a bit. Whew.
Good riding.
So there you go, everyone. That was a couple of the flow trails from Davos and neighbouring town. I hope you really enjoyed that. I actually really enjoyed that. The A-line of Switzerland was probably my favourite trail I've ever ridden. I just don't get to ride that kind of stuff very often, so the boardwalk stuff, big jumps, wall rides, absolutely love it. Now the next video I'm going to post is going to be more of the natural trails up in the mountains, so if you like high altitude stuff, if you like views, if you like rough trails, that's the one to keep an eye out. So I'll post that when I can. This week I don't want to drag them on too long, so keep an eye out for that one. Overall, I think Davos has some unreal riding. If you are in the mindset of going to Switzerland to do some mountain biking, definitely consider it. It has all kinds of trails, and yeah, the best trails I have ridden so far. Once again, massive thanks to Graubünden for having us over and allowing us to ride their amazing trails, and also thanks to Jay, our guide, for showing us around and yeah, making it all run really smoothly. So once again, thanks for joining me. I hope you really enjoyed this, and yeah, keep an eye out for the next video from Switzerland possibly soon. I hope you're all managing to get out, ride your bikes, and I'll catch you next time. So take care everyone, see you later.